A new year is coming, and that means a new month is coming. And with every new month comes new games. Brand new, big, shiny, potentially very fun new games. And to me, it looks like 2026 might actually start out pretty good. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on gameranx, the top 10 biggest new games to look out for in January 2026. Starting at number 10, we've got Code Violet. This is a game that it feels like I've talked about a billion times now. It's been given vague release windows for a long time, and I mean, it still looks cool. Code Violet's got some real Dead Space and Resident Evil looking DNA, but it's a sci-fi horror, so yes, you got the cramped corridors, the limited ammo, resource management, etc., but it's probably more Dead Space than it is Resident Evil. I don't know, it's a little smoother looking than Dead Space, and well, Isaac Clarke doesn't have the donk this protagonist does. And they're capitalizing on it with costumes and whatnot. We're not going to get into that element of it, but if that's something you like in games, you're being catered to here. Beyond that, it actually looks like a pretty cool game. Got some scary monsters, some dinosaurs, or at least dinosaur-looking things. To be frank, it's a cool-looking game. PlayStation Store has it listed as January 9th, actually. In some regions, it says the 10th. My guess is that's when it's going to launch, but I will say, Team Kill Media hasn't explicitly said it. So we're going off the PlayStation Store, and the game is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, so we have to assume that they have a good reason to put that as the date when it's this close. So yeah, keep an eye out. Also, if you wouldn't mind doing us a big solid, click the subscribe button. Statistically, you probably haven't yet. Most of you watching are not subscribed, and well, now is as good a time as any. It really is doing us a big solid, and we also hope that it helps you see some stuff you want to see. So thanks a ton for clicking subscribe. Let's get back to the video. So at number 9, we've got The Midnight Walker, is a PC-exclusive zombie survival game that is coming to early access. This is an extraction-based PvPvE shooter, which is, to be clear, there is some controversy that has brewed recently about exactly what an extraction shooter is. A lot of it has to do with the leisurely extractions that have been taking place in recent games. I don't know what that necessarily implies for the Midnight Walkers. I don't know exactly how that's going to play out. I do know that it's a pretty aggressively grim-looking game. Given it's an early access game, it's probably going to be a game that evolves from the point that it is released, but it actually does look pretty cool. I don't know, we'll see. That's landing January 29th in early access on PC. And number 8, it's StarRupture, a new game from the creators of Green Hell that's very different from Green Hell. So this looks to me like Satisfactory, but kind of Dead Space, but also a lot more colorful. Like it's an open world base builder on a hostile alien world with unpredictable weather, you know, obviously lots of aliens, and all of the things that come along with that stuff. You're automating production, you're building defenses, you're fighting off hordes of aliens, and well, I'm not going to say this couldn't be bad, but to me it looks like it's going to be good. It's got a little of that Savage Planet vibe to it, except for a little bit more grim. Not a lot. I don't know, it takes a lot of influences in terms of its artistic direction, and I think that's really cool. There's also 4-player co-op, and this is an early access game, but the specific reason for early access is apparently they want a heavy focus on community feedback in terms of directing where the game goes. So, I mean, looks cool, and it may get better. I mean, I hope they don't change stuff that actually turns out to be good because players don't like it. I don't know. We'll see. That's happened before. StarRupture is landing in early access January 6th on PC. And number 7 is The 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Basically, it's The 7 Deadly Sins, which was a manga that started back in 2012. We've been seeing video games since about 2015, and they're going very big with this one. This is a fully open-world action RPG. The combo-heavy, fast combat is about as anime as you can get. You've got the aerial juggling, you've got the elemental effects, boss fights that are clearly meant to be as fun to watch as they are to play, or at least close to. I'm not sure I love the fact that there's a little bit of live service DNA here. Co-op isn't automatically bad or anything, and it kind of depends on how it works. I do think they're kind of going for the Genshin Impact audience, which, aside from a lot of, you know, unavoidable crap, given Genshin Impact is a free game, is a decent game. This is also free to play, That does mean that microtransactions are part of the plan. There's going to be ongoing updates to the story and all that. Like, Netmarble has made it very clear they're going to be aping most of the systems in terms of the live service stuff from Genshin Impact, even if they haven't used those words exactly. Like, they really want this to be a licensed anime competition for Genshin Impact, more or less. And honestly, like, I'm kind of okay with that. Like, we've seen that it can potentially be a good kind of game, this very highly specific version of it, but also those live service elements are not welcome really anywhere. So you gotta weigh what's going on here before you say, I'm gonna, jump into the... It is free to play, to be fair. So, like, it doesn't cost you anything to try it, but still weigh the things. 7 Deadly Sins Origin is launching on PC and PS5 January 28th. And number 6 is Arknights Endfield, Okay, so Arknights is like a mobile tower defense game, and this is a PC and PS5 reimagining of it that basically says, what if we did that, but also a lot more? It's a hybrid of real-time combat, base building, strategy, and obviously tower defense. I mentioned Star World is a little bit satisfactory, or Factorio looking. This also, maybe a little bit less than that game, but to some extent does look like they're going for that. I kind of think that combat and all of that stuff is maybe a little bit bigger of a thing than the actual, Factorio type stuff. Like, there's clearly tower defense, but I don't know if it leans in as far as StarRupture looks like it is into the production side of things. And I think that it's good that we're getting stuff that is trying similar ideas, but clearly going about it differently. That's what it looks like here. Also, this is very clearly an anime-looking game where the other is not. I don't know. It looks like it could be good. I'll say I'm probably a little bit more on the StarRupture train than I am this one, but if this one turns out to be good, I'm there. Arknights Endfield is coming to PC and PS5 January 22nd. And number 5 is Mio, or Memories in Orbit, a frankly very uniquely beautiful Metroidvania that is definitely cashing in on the whole sad robot thing. You're Mio, a small maintenance robot. There's a big decaying space arc that you are exploring, piecing together what happened, etc. Space arc is a key word here. Arc is usually something like, Earth is failing, so we need to send humans off into space. Well, a decaying one, that implies that the humans did not make it. This has perhaps one of the most unique art styles I've ever seen. I love what it's doing. If you see screenshots of it, it really doesn't do it justice. When this thing is moving, it looks entirely unique. So if it is an above average Metroidvania, it's a winner. It's that simple. I think it has everything that it needs to. It's just going to be down to if the execution lands. And I hope it does when it comes out on January 20th for PC, Xbox Series, PS5, and Switch 2. And number 4 is Pathologic 3, continuing the series' proud tradition of intentionally hostile design. You are once again dropped into a plague-ridden town where everyone is lying, everyone is dying, time is your enemy, and every decision feels so wrong despite how correct it might be. And it may be the most correct decision you can make. A lot of survival horror is about fighting monsters. This is more about systems, people, and wearing through your own optimism. Allegedly, this game is going to lean even harder into unreliable narration, which I don't know if you've played Pathologic 1 and 2, but ooh. Anyway, Pathologic 3 is landing on PC January 9th, and if you're part of the highly specific audience that these games have, rejoice. This is going to be cool. I am clearly in that audience, by the way. Climbing up to number 3, we've got Cairn. Basically a survival climbing game. There's no enemies, there's no combat, there's a mountain. And gravity. There's gravity as well, and that's what the big deal is. This is a precision physics-based game. You might call it a puzzle game, you might not, I don't know, depending on your perspective. It is an absolutely beautiful, stark-looking game. It's a very different experience. It's very quiet. There is, right now, a demo available, and I would highly recommend that you try that. It's PC only. The game is coming to PC and PS5. The demo is only on PC, though. That being said, I think it's probably worth taking a look if you haven't really yet, because it's a super interesting game. It's definitely not your usual fare. It's not quite baby steps per se, but I wouldn't say it's not one of those kind of precision movement type of games. Baby steps is the most frustrating version of it, and intentionally so. This one is much more deliberate and grounded, but it may end up making it more stressful. I don't know. I've only played the demo, but I thought it was a very good demo. Cairn is landing on PC and PS5 January 29th. And number 2, another Code game. It's Code Vein 2, the follow-up to the original Code Vein, aka Anime Dark Souls. Seems like for whatever reason, if you put Code in the title, there's going to be women with large body parts somewhere on them, whether up high or down low. That seems to be the lesson to take away from this. Other than Code Vein is a good game. It's a good Souls-like. Obviously, a sequel is a no-brainer. It was successful. People liked it. Clearly, they've taken that money and reinvested into it like, oh, we're going way bigger this time. Like, if the first one was Souls for anime fans, this one is much louder Souls for anime fans. I don't know if there's more to say. If you didn't like the first Code Vein 2 probably, I mean, it really doesn't look like something that's going to make you like Code Vein. But I liked it, so I'm in. Code Vein 2 is landing on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series January 30th. And finally, at number 1, it is Hytale. This is a game that has been in coming soon purgatory so long that I'm just going to say it's folklore, okay? That's what this is. It's folklore. Folklore that is coming to life. I'm sorry if that was a bit dramatic. In 2018, somebody said there should be Minecraft, but an actual RPG. And honestly, like, that's still a pitch that gets me interested. I'm not going to lie. And that's what this looks like it is. It's a little bit more detailed than Minecraft, obviously. It does bring you the voxel-based sandbox building stuff, but you've got much more structured progression, dungeons, quests, boss fights, etc. And honestly, it's kind of crazy that it's coming out. It looks like Minecraft, so, like, don't pretend that this is amazing looking, but in certain ways it does look like advanced Minecraft. Like, it's got some very pretty trees. Boss enemies look pretty cool, actually, but it does retain somewhat of a lo-fi aesthetic, not necessarily going for realistic or highly polished. I don't know, it looks cool. Hytale is going to land on PC only in early access on January 13th. I do have some bonus games for you as well, and keep in mind, the first one I'm going to mention, I don't know, I can't confirm anything, but we have some very possible leaks that indicate Prince of Persia: The Sands of Times remake is going to come out sometime during the month. Now, we do not know. I am not claiming this, but if it happens, I want to mention it because it's going to be a big deal. If they do it, they're kind of pulling a full-ass Oblivion with this thing, which I'm perfectly okay with. I want Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake. Like, please give us that. We do know it's coming out on pretty much everything: PC, the PlayStations, the Xboxes, Switch, but we don't know if it's actually coming out. So cross your fingers. Old Falcon wants it. Let's bring some of that New Year's magic to real this time, eh? Next, let's talk about Highguard, a gritty medieval action RPG without a lot of mainstream buzz, but I don't know. It looks like something that might be able to carve out a niche. It's a pretty specific looking game. Highguard's coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series on January 26th. Next is Animal Crossing New Horizons, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. They're doing a next-gen refresh of this game. I don't really know if they're doing a lot in terms of, like, refreshing the character models or the visuals or anything. It's gonna perform better, though. Pretty much anything that came out on Switch and is being re-released on Switch 2, I guarantee the reason that's happening is because the Switch 2 is a significantly more powerful piece of hardware that can run that crap way better. And finally, I've got Vampires Bloodlord Rising, an indie vampire RPG that is promising to be progression heavy. So that sounds cool. There have not been a lot of details on this one, but it is landing on PC in early access January 30th. That's all I've got for you today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications. And as always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. Become a member of the 1% Club. Listen to The Falcon Show every week on Saturday. We'll see you next time right here on gameranx.